Dearest friends, welcome one more day, once more, to sit some time, tune ourselves through Bhagavad Gita to the realities of life. One hint what I have to give you is, even though we are talking Gita for the youth, for their outer achievements, but this being Gita, in and through, we'll come across beautiful spiritual insights also. Don't get bogged up by it or worried or anxious or tensed up. Just allow the Lord to bless you with this wisdom. Keep it, use it when required. But right now, you all know you have to succeed in your life's self dependency and career. Along with that, whatever the deeper insights you are able to get them, because knowledge is never a burden as long as you don't impose it on others. It is yours, it always rescues you and helps you only. Therefore, we have sufficiently seen up to chapter 6 beautiful hundreds of thoughts regarding how we have to succeed in our material life. That all goes on. You are masters of all that. So, in Gita, Bhagavan gave to Arjuna not only for outer success in the war, but also in the inner war of success between knowledge and ignorance, between bondage and misery, bondage and liberation, between happiness and misery. So therefore, spiritual things also keep coming. You keep learning them also. Okay, welcome. Now today also three things. One, Bhaja Govindam. Six slokas we have seen. Yavat Pavano Nivasati. In the seventh one, we will see as he was walking, Shankara with his disciples, he had seen three sceneries of some children playing, some youngsters in that their own, involvements, and the oldies. From that scene, he culls out some beautiful message and teaches to the his own disciples. It's a great, beautiful shloka today. In common sense thought also, a wonderful thought we'll discuss. Bhagavad Gita in the third item of today, after seeing in the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh shlokas of seventh chapter, what Lord said about his presence in the world, to visualize or experience that presence, what practices we have to do. They are explained to us from the 8th verse for next 3 or 4. Some 15 or 16 pointers are the practices Bhagavan tells us. They are called sadhana. What are they? How to do? Today we will discuss them. Char panche sat jitne hue. All said and done, any number of theories from anyone you listen. Whatever you do, that alone gives result. Therefore, knowing followed by doing alone gives us being and being successful, being happy. Let us start. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishawahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Buddhirbalam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvam Arogata Ajadyam Vakpadutvam Cha Hanumat Smaranat Bhavet. Om Shri Hanumate Namah. Some shlokas every day along with Sahana Bhavatu and Guru Brahma. Today Hanumanji's we remember. Today is Akshaya Tritiya. Bhagavan Adishankara gave Kanakadara Stotram today, and all Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri, such great Bhagavan awards are open today for darshan after the winter closure. Visit them, but go properly only for darshana, not for picnic. Don't mix up these two things. If you go for picnic, go for that. Don't spoil it by spirituality. If you go for spirituality, do exclusively that and get maximum benefit. Don't mix up with this one. That type of small, little but important maturities you must have. So I तो can't go, old हो गए अभी. I have seen lot of times Char Dham, around 15 18 times. So आंख बंद करके I just remember Badri, Kedar, Gangotri, Munotri. Bhagwan gives that sthula darshanam, sukshma darshanam, it will come. Anyway, good day today. That way, Akshaya Tritiya. Congrats. So we have done our prayers. Now, Bhaja Govindam. The seventh mantra today we will learn. It's interesting. Shankara Bhagwan was walking with his disciples, so he could see these three things. One place, children playing in the ground. Another place, the youngsters talking to each other. The third place, the oldies in a retired fellow sitting and discussing. He was keenly listening to them or observing what they are doing. They are doing what they are doing, but none of them are doing what is to be done. That is what Bhagwan conveys. And it has plenty of messages to convey, but the main meaning we will see it. Clear? The seventh shloka of Bhaja Govindam. Before that, first six shlokas, do you know them? Have you by hearted them? Are you chanting them or not 8 times every day? It's good if you do. See, I'll do it for you in 1 minute. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane, Muda Jahi Hidanagama Trishna, Purusat Buddhim Manasi Vitrushna, Ellavase Nija Karmo Patam Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam, नारीस्तनभरनाभिदेशं दृष्ट्वा मागामोहावेशम् एतन्मांसवसादिविकारं मनसि विचिन्तय वारं वारं नलिनीदलगतजलमतितरलं तद्वज्जीवितमतिशयचपलं विद्धिव्याद्यविमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तं यावत् वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये. Not in 1 minute, 57 seconds. Seventh one, very interesting. बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः. So simple meaning and indicated feeling, you catch it. Yavat balah tavat krida saktaha. As long as they are in the children's age, so much asakta attached only in krida. Playing. Tarunaha tavat, when they are in the young age, taruni saktaha. The boy for the girl, girl for the boy. Attachments and all the asaktis, thinkings. तुम्हारे बारे में बोल रहे हैं भगवान आदिशंकर. You youngsters, all the time with the friends and talking all these useless things only. Everyone talking not how to rise, how to fall in love. Already fallen, अरे गिर गया, तू भी गिर गया, मैं भी गिर गया, सत्यानाश. तरुणस्तावत तरुणी सकता. Youngsters. Middle age, Bhagwan Shankar doesn't want even to tell us because how busy they are in earning their money, getting their children grown up and settling them. बेचारे इतने busy है वो भगवान को भी नहीं मिलते वो. So he was not talking much about them, but तरुणा तरुणी में उसको भी ऐड कर सकते. Third place when he went, he saw oldies. What are they talking? वृद्धा तावत् चिंता सकता. Only the worried. All the health related worries, ईटिंग रिलेटेड वरीज ने आजकल मेरे को हजम नहीं हो रहा है, आजकल ये खाना पसंद नहीं आ रहा, वो वाला अच्छा लगता है लेकिन बहू इज नॉट मेकिंग फॉर मी, और ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन नॉट लिसनिंग टू मी, और दे आर नॉट टेलिंग मी नॉट टू पुट मोर वॉल्यूम ऑफ द टीवी. चिंता आ सकता है. और आई एम बिकमिंग ओल्ड, और दिस डिसीज आर कमिंग, और पता नहीं मेरे से यंग था वो 6 साल कम, ही डाइड, आई एम ऑल्सो गोइंग टू डाई. In this way, sitting there, they are only in chinta. Either this chinta or chinta of what bad nonsense they have done in the past. In the office, corrupt and bribed. In the company, cheated all. Others also troubled. These are the oldies do. So, observing all that, Bhagwan Shankara telling to his disciples, Dekho, none of them are doing Bhaja Govindam. Parame Brahmani kopi na sakta. Nobody is interested in Parabrahma or Paramatma or the God or spirituality which evolves us and gives us final mukti or liberation or permanent happiness. So what is the lesson from that for all of us also? Is If you postpone your good things, spirituality, you can never be able to do, because at every age, to pull you away from the God into the world, something or the other always is there, attracting you, forcing you. That's how when the children are there, अरे आ जाओ भगवत गीता सुनो, स्वामी जी हमको क्या करना है, हम तो जो बच्चे हैं हमको खेलने दो, चलो गए, देन गो टू द यूथ, कॉल देम, अरे आ जाओ रे भगवत गीता क्लासेस लगा रहे सुनेंगे, स्वामी जी देयर नो टाइम, आई कांट लिसन, even if I come and sit in the class, instead of seeing Krishna, I see my Krishna Veni only. You understand? Taruni Saktaha. All are lost. In some or the other, these nonsense. ओके आई कॉल और गो टू ओल्डी मैन, महाराज अब सब हो गया तुम्हारा, खत्म भी हो रहा है काट, हम आज आ जाओ थोड़ा सा हम लगाएंगे भगवत गीता, सुनो तो तत्व ज्ञान पढ़ो, नहीं चिंता आ सकता, नो आई एम वरीड अबाउट माई पेंशन, अबाउट माई टेंशन, अबाउट माई बैंक बैलेंसेस, अबाउट चिल्ड्रन, ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन, ग्रेट ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन, ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन, अरे यार वो सब ग्रेट बन रहे हैं, तुम कब बनोगे? See how our minds are attracted and stuck up in all these things throughout life, not allowing us even little to think about. I'm seeing the world. Where from the world is coming? What is the substratum? I'm seeing or experiencing myself. Who am I actually? What are all these Sharira, Mana, Buddhi? Where from they are coming? How come they are getting all those powers? So in this world, what I have to get? What for I am sent here? Why I am suffering? What is the reason? Who is asking all that? Nobody is interested. Again they die. Again they are born. So too same. जब तक शिशु रहते हैं इधर उधर शिशु करते रहते हैं. देन जब कुमार अवस्था आता है, इस कुमार उस कुमार आ जाता है. देन बाल अवस्था है तो बाल से बैट से खेलो. तरुणावस्था हो गया, तरुणी के पीछे भाड़ो. मध्यमावस्था इज फुल्ली बिजी. वृद्धावस्था अगेन चिंता, डाई, अगेन बॉर्न. वेन इज परमे ब्रह्मण कोपि न सकता. Nobody wants to become deep in their own internal contemplation. Go to the Guru and ask, Guru, what exactly is happening everything in the world? What is the truth? What is self? What is reality? What do the Shastras talk about? We hear about Bhagavan, Jivan Muktas, Mahatma saints. What is the meaning of it? Were they were like us only earlier? Now how come they have become like that? What is the meaning of this? In short, all put together is called as the search behind the reality. First searching, then seeking. That reality in Vedanta is called Brahma, Parabrahma. That Parabrahma alone is real. On him only the whole world is projected. You are seeing that in 7th chapter of Geetha, same shlokas. So we are interested in the projected things, not in the substratum. Projected things go on changing and we don't want them to change, and we go on suffering. But when you catch reality and play in the changing things, there is no samsara, there is no dukkha, but nobody is interested. So he is expressing his anguish. Anguish is everyone is in their own age busy in one thing or the other. Nobody. But what to do actually? Childhood only you study balasta, all these shastras, at least chanting and by hearting. In the youth age, you are very vigorous, intelligent, question पूछते जाते हो. So instead of asking about all nonsense question, what shlokas you have already by hearted in your balavastha, uska meaning jano. Keep it in your heart. Madhyamavastha, continue your gamut of your marriage, children, settling them and all. When you come to Vruddhavastha, instead of Chinta Shakti, do the Chintana. Oh, I have studied in the youth age about the truth, about the self, about these great shlokas. What is the meaning of it? How to contemplate on them, how to discover that Lord in myself. Busy ho jao usme. And before, much before the old age comes, our body dies, you'll already touch on the seat of meditation, your own inner truth or self. That is never perishable, never dying. It is eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, blissful. So you are blissful. Just like now you say, I am miserable because my leg is wounded. Leg is wounded, not you are. But you are leg, therefore you think you are wounded. These are all wrong knowledge. You are the self. You are not a leg or hand or nose. They are all instruments given to you to do the work. I am the self. I am happy. I am blissful only. That moksha will come. If you do the Brahma Chintanam. So old man is doing other chinta, not chintanam. Young man is Taruna Taruni Asakta not wanting to have this knowledge. Children, balastavat krida saktaha, they don't want to learn all these shlokas. So, young age is empty mind, children age, so you can fill it with all these shlokas and stotras. My father taught me. That's how, in that young age, only 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. सारा जो सीखा तब अभी वही याद है. आप करो, याद करने को आता नहीं मेरे को. ओल्ड हो गए अभी. नाउ तो भूल रहे हैं हम एक एक. I can't remember many stotrams, shlokams which I used to by heart from 30, 20 years back. So many 10,000 verses I used to remember. Now 1,000 भी याद नहीं है. गया पूरा याददाश्त खो जाते. So that was the age. But the mid young age में the meaning of it. Now the contemplation of it. I may not remember all shlokas, but I understand. Whatever shlokas I remember, उसका meaning om ईशावास्यमिदगम सर्वम यत्किंच जगत्याम जगत. So idagam sarvam ईशावास्यम tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. I can be in my own contemplation. Little. Trying. Understood? So lesson for us is what? You are is young age now. Keep learning these things. Try to know the meaning of them. Keep it in your stock. In Vyavahara, do whatever you have to do, the dharma and duty, earn, live good life. This knowledge when used whenever you are free, whenever your mood permits for contemplation. But especially when you become old and retired, don't get lost in chinta about all the national, international affairs of which you have done nothing, and all confusion is created by you only. You know, the Yemen and Saudi Arabia and Iran fighting, then Ukraine and Russia fighting, and China and Taiwan fighting, Pakistan, Afghanistan. दे अब क्या करोगे आप इतना सब चिंता करके? अपना भगवान का चिंतन करो. नो चिंता ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. Pray for all of them. Loka samasta jagro bhavantu. Your duty is over. If the Lord really wants to make you serve the world, He will make you UN president only. बान की मून जाके इंडिया का सूरज आ जाएगा वहां. भारत का चांद, भारत का सूर्य. Some Ban Ki Moon, somebody is there. You know that UN Secretary General. I don't remember names. So you will be made. Let the Lord use you, but you do chintana as old age, not chinta. Okay? So we'll chant this mantra 11 times. Balastavat krida saktaha. Time wasted in that. Tarunastava taruni saktaha. Stupid fellows waste time in the unproductive thinkings and indulgences, wasting all their energy, time, opportunities, talents, and blaming the God and the world and government and society and parents. इन सब के कारण मेरे को नौकरी नहीं मिला. You are the culprit. That young age used for your success and career, not for nonsense. It is nonsense. Anything which makes you lose your opportunities, not use your talents, which makes you not to grow in life, all that is stupidity only. And don't color it by anything. इस उम्र में नहीं तो कब किस उम्र में स्वामी जी करेंगे, ओल्ड होने के बाद हम करेंगे क्या? This is all wrong. Don't see the movies and justify all that. There are people who follow movie and say, मूवियों में बताते हैं युवा अवस्था में हमको एंजॉय करना है, सबको रुलाना है, नौटंकी करना है. वो पढ़ाने के लिए मैं क्यों हूँ इधर? देयर एनीवे सिनेमास आर देयर. My job is to tell you youth age is the most powerful. There only you have to establish in career, you have to be established in your patriotism, you have to establish in your values, you have to establish in spirituality. We will not compromise in teaching this. Others may tell that. Whether you may like it and you may feel bitter about it, truth is always bitter. कड़वा ही होता है सच. मैं क्या करूं? You as youngsters, when we are all molding you to become great assets to world and society, we cannot let you lose in misguiding you. All that is misguidance. Full stop. You have to be settled in career. You have to be established in your values. You have to be a Desha Bhakta. You have to be a clear, unambiguous spiritual seeker. That's it. युवा अवस्था में वो करो. देन मध्यमा अवस्था go through all that, वो तो खत्म हो ही जाता है. The age from 30 to 50 just goes without your knowledge. या 7 बजे उठे, नहाए, 9 ऑफिस गए, शाम को 6 बजे आए कि नहाया, खाया, थोड़ा टीवी देख ली, सो गए. You are not available even for the God. That's why Shankar Bhagavan is not talking about them. From Tarunastava, Taruni Sakta, straight away is going to Yuddha, Vruddhastavat Chinta Sakta. So, childhood, learn the shlokas and all. Youth, understand the meaning of them. Middle age, go through your samsara. Old age, contemplate on these meanings and become a devotee or know your own self. Okay, let us chant 11 times. Balastavat krida saktah tarunastavat taruni saktah vruddhastavat chinta saktah parame brahmani kopi na saktah. Balastavat krida saktah tarunastavat taruni saktah vruddhastavat chinta saktah parame brahmani kopi na saktah. Balastavat krida saktah tarunastavat taruni saktah वृद्धस्तावच्चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावच्चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावच्चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणः तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः. So balah tavat. Tavat means till then. So yavat word you have to add. Yavat balah tavat krida sakta. So to yavat tarunah taruni sakta tavat. Yavat vruddha tavat chinta sakta. Parame brahmani on Paramatma ko api na sakta. Nobody is interested. Bechare. The real mukti giving, nobody is pursuing all binding things, everybody is involved. It has a reverse way of seeing the meaning also. You know that? What is that? Though it is said, as long as they are children, they are interested in the games or play, even if a man of 80, 70 years is busy in playing his tennis and busy in watching IPL for the whole day, he is Balaha only. He has not risen above that. But that Bala, if he's at the age of 7, 8, 10, starts learning all Vedanta, he's already older than the old. So too, the youngster, if he's interested only in the sports, he's still in Bala only. And the oldie, if he's still interested in Taruni, he has not become old. He's only the youth, which is not that way good for him. Is it not? So to the youngster, instead of finding his career and all, worried so much, he has become Vruddha. And the Vruddha, if he is not using the Vruddhavastha for Brahma Tattva, he is just wasting his time. That's it. So, does it mean that only in Vruddhavastha Brahma Asakti hona chahiye? No. As early as possible. You are lucky. Then what to do? I to recommend this. I to pray to the Lord. O Lord, as early as possible, truly, genuinely, sincerely, my interest for the spiritual sadhana, scriptures, and the truth become so strong, so that I exclusively pursue that. What about the world, my dear? O Lord, you are there to take care. Or make me first grow spiritually, then make use of me in serving in whatever the way you want. Clear? Good shloka it is. 7 are done out of 20, 34, 31, 24 are there. Let us keep on learning one by one. Like that, my dear children, thousands of great stotras are there in our Sanatana Dharma Shastras. Many, many lives are not sufficient to thoroughly study them. And each of them are revealing only the pure wisdom for our own help, for our own evolution. It's all feeding to the intellect. Intellect fed with higher vision should guide the mind, body, senses to work in the world to fulfill that higher vision. When the intellect has no vision and it is slave to the mind, mind and senses are nothing but bhoga sakti, then to fulfill that unreal or unrighteous desires, the intellect also works in a negative manner. Total personality, split personalities, mistuned, properly not integrated. That person suffers. Intellectually vision नहीं है इसलिए suffering. Mentally so many wrong desires, therefore suffering. Physically working to fulfill them, therefore the suffering. Even the desires are fulfilled, you are only exhausting your energies and all. What is the maja in that life? But think, contemplate on the truth self, see the Lord everywhere, be in that bliss. That is what is Jnana Vijnana Yogam. You are lucky that you are getting a combination, combo pack of Bhaja Govindam, giving you detachment and giving you the vision of Lord. Geetha is guiding you. What is the vision of Lord? Excellent. Both are going together. Just like sixth chapter we were studying, Hanumanji's Vijay Rahasyas we were learning. Hanumanji was never successful outside. He was successful inside in doing his Atma Samyama Yoga. Therefore, he was easily succeeding outside. So those two were going together. Now Bhaja Govindam and seventh chapter. Acha hai. I didn't mean felt like I didn't imagine or think it's like that, but it's Bhagwan's grace. These two texts are coming to us. Okay. Now, after doing the chanting part, let us do the common sense thought. Today's common sense thought in that mind's mischief. Um, mind's mischief is this one. Be careful to listen to today's thought. Is what? It goes on fancying and fantasizing the unwanted or non-possible. Fancying and fantasizing the unwanted, negative or non-possible things. Remember, be on the ground always and live life realistically. You understand? Live life realistically, not with the fancying of the mind or fantasizing of the mind. No. What is the meaning of life realistic? Whatever abilities, talents you have, that alone you have. Little bit you can increase. With that, whatever you can do, that alone you can do. With that, whatever you can get, that alone get. Anything other than that is fancying of the mind. इमेजिनेशन ऑफ द माइंड लाइक आई शुड हैव 10 फ्रेंड्स अपना चेहरा आईने में देखो एक प्यार से बात नहीं बोल सकते तुमको कहाँ से आएंगे उतने फ्रेंड्स सो हैव सम गुड क्वालिटी टॉक टू वन आर टू जो ऑलरेडी है उनको लड़कर उनको दूर मत करो दैट इज रियलिटी दैट इज रियलिस्टिक थिंग you know I want to get a huge big job and earn this money and all and what is your 10th 7 times failed. How eighth time passed? Without exam they passed because Corona. The recent last year, Corona काल में one fellow, I don't remember, 24th time I think he appeared for 10th class exam. That 23rd or 24th time he passed out. 23 times failed. 20 or what, I don't know the number. How did he pass? Because in that year, without exam, everybody made pass. What's your qualification? What's your ability? With that, you get only a clerk job. Do that. Get the money. With that, be happy. Don't fancy. अपना औकात समझो उसी लेवल पे जमीन पे रहना don't look at others like yesterday or day before this comparison trips and fancying in the mind imagination in the mind जिंदगी ऐसा imagination fancy से नहीं होता the more you fancy the more you imagine to fulfill those things the more negative things you try to do जिससे जो already है वो भी चला जाएगा these are the fancies fantasizing in the mind because of which not satisfied or contented with what you have you fight with your parents you express your anguish you become angry you try to go in the wrong paths live realistic life like I live my realistic life मेरा औकात इतना ही है आई सिट ऑन द कंप्यूटर टॉक ऑन गीता दो चार बच्चे सुने या ना सुने आई नीड नॉट फैंसी इन एनी वे कि आई विल बिकम अ ग्रेट स्वामी पुट ऑन द एलिफेंट इज लुकिंग अप टू मी हाँ ना दे आर बिग बिग महात्मा दे आर ऑल गोइंग ऑन इट इज देयर प्रारब्ध देयर एफर्ट इट इज इट नॉट आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ऑल दैट आल्सो मेरे को तो परमात्मा को जानना है बस उनके कृपा से जो करवाते हैं करेंगे रियलिस्टिक ऑफ एनीथिंग that's all fancying of the mind about the powers about possessions about the monies of all हो कहाँ जमीन पे है you can have a name you can have a goal according to your talents, abilities, according to the possibilities, according to the need in the world, according to the opportunity should be there for your career. Make that goal and work towards it. For that, you are allowed, and that is to be done only as the youngster, but not imagining and fancying and all that. Is it not? जो है सो है. You can observe all the 40 45 years people को पूछो तुम, when they are at the age of 18 19 20, what the fantasies, imagination they had, fancyings, कि हम ऐसे लड़की को यार शादी करेंगे और ऐसा बिंगला बनेगा, ऐसा बनेगा. कुछ भी नहीं. दे आर इन सिंगल बेडरूम फ्लैट, ईटिंग सुबह एक डोसा, दोपहर में तो चावल सब्जी, रात को. बी रियलिस्टिक, दैट्स इट. वैसे ही हो. Don't unnecessarily imagine. Aim, have vision, but work accordingly also. And don't imagine too much also that which you cannot achieve and suffer. Even you take a higher goal, divide it into parts. And part by part you achieve it till you achieve the final one. One thing is, when you have greater higher goal, inspiration is more. That is very few people who are highly qualified. But others, the more greater goal, fear will be more. So have that greatest goal, but divide it into. Like in cricket match, 20 overs, 240 you have to make to win. 12 is the running required run rate in first over, first ball only. If you look at that, there's a big tension. But you have to achieve it to win. So make it parts. So first 6 overs, you have power play. Therefore, in that power play, try to achieve at least 70 80 runs. So with an average of 12 or 13. So utna tasali ho gaya. Middle overs, the spinners will come. So try to take singles, doubles, convert doubles into threes. So in those remaining overs up to 15, try to come to. So maintain the required run of 14 15 to save the wickets. Planning. Then the last 5 overs, yesterday you saw, last 5 overs made 95 runs. That is why the other team lost. 5 overs made 90 above 93. Big score it is. You understood? Big goal, but plan it part by part and reach it. That is okay. But fancying, imagining, मुझे भी ऐसा होता, कैसा वैसा होता मैं, then you become disappointed. क्या सोचा था मैंने, क्या बन गया. जो सोचने से बंदा बनता नहीं, जो करते हैं उसके हिसाब से बनते हैं. और जो बन सकते हो वही सोचो और वही करो. Realistic. As I told you my example, or anybody realistic now. Throughout life, you may be in a small position only. So what? What is wrong in that? Enjoy. That is what you are lot in this life. Millions are there in this life. There are कोई पान डब्बा चला रहा है, कोई स्त्री शॉप चला रहा है, कोई सब्जी का दुकान चला रहा है. They are not low or less. That's how realistic life they are living. Others, not accepting the realistic life, comparing with others, want to achieve some things. Invested everything, they lost everything. One category of that type of people, taking the wrong paths are the other people who also lost everything. Hope you are catching the point. Realistic life को जीना सीखो. Don't fancy, don't imagine. Your parents, accept them. Don't compare with the करोड़पति parents and all. अपने पेरेंट्स अपने हैं, रियल. अपने भाई बहन अपने प्यारे हैं. Love them. Live at that level only. Your body is like that. Don't imagine the 6 pack, 8 pack body. It is one full pack, it is अखंड मंडलाकारम. Is it not? Too much नहीं करना. I want to be like that hero. What hero करोड़ रुपए हो लेके जिम जिम सब जाएंगे हो. There are so many physiotherapists ये वो करने को. What do you have? मूंगफली नहीं खा सकते, बादाम कहाँ से खाएगा? They are only to see and entertain yourself, not to take them all those misguidances as real. Those who understand it right from beginning, maintain that balance and do their best, they never get dissatisfied or miserable. The other fellows, it's so much of fancy in the mind, they overdo it and they don't get it also, or they never get there, they suffer. कि मैंने ये सोचा वो सोचा करके. जो होना वही होता है, उसके लिए जो करना है उतना करो, अपने हाथ में जो है जो ही करो, अपने औकात समझो फाइनली. This is what common sense thought today. Mind's mischief is to fancy, fantasize, and make you live an unrealistic life. Curb it, control it. Know your situation, know your abilities, know the opportunities. Do your best. Be happy with whatever is there. बस दाल चावल है तो बस उतने उतना ही खाओ. Don't imagine big things. That's how the life. Clear? Thank you. Now come to Bhagavad Gita. What is the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh shlokas talking about? Is Lord is telling, as he told in the earlier three shlokas, I am going to tell you my jnanam and my vijnanam, by which you will know me doubtlessly completely. After which there is nothing remains to be known or gained. But this is possible when you are devoted to me, my asakta manaha. This is possible when you have controlled your mind. Yogam yunjan. Third, even though you are doing it, unless I bless, you can't get it. Therefore, madashraya. This is the first sloka. Okay. Then, after these three slokas, having said this, Bhagavan talked about himself. What it is, I have my two prakritis, apara and para. The apara prakriti is Ashtada prakriti. Para prakriti is Jiva Bhuta, the life. And for the Jiva Bhuta Prakriti alone is Apara Prakriti. And put together is the entire world. So they are my expression. Who am I? I am something other than that expression. And I am one without second. There is nobody higher than me, lower than me, and equal to me. है ना एतद् योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणि इति उदाहरय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयः. I am that substratum from where the entire world is coming, staying, going into. And matta parataram anyat kinchit na asti. And I am there as Sutre Manigana Iva. I am supporting every individual bead. I am supporting the togetherness of the beads. And I am like a garland. Whole world is me. Very good. One thing I'll explain is all pots are supported by the mud. All ornaments are supported by the gold. All clothes are supported by the cotton. All waves are supported by the water. Okay. Individual examples. Now, what is that which is supporting? The water there, the gold here, the cotton there, and the mud. What is the substratum, all of them? That is one Paramatma, who is neither gold nor mud, nor the cotton, nor the water. He is the sublime, most one he is. He is recognized only when His grace is there. He is recognized only when we do the going to be said practices. He is recognized only when we inside search for Him, going beyond what we think we are now. So what we think we are now, उसके भीतर जाओ तो you will be able to see that Lord. What are the practices now we are going to say from 8th shloka? उसको practice करो तो we will be able to see that substratum. In devotion, when you ask the Lord, please reveal yourself to me, Bhagavan reveals. So that Bhakti Marga, we pray to Him. Jnana Marga, we contemplate. Then this Upasana Marga, wherein we do the practice of the things in such a manner that the notions which we have about some things, they are eliminated, replaced by the right understandings. ठीक है. So 7th shloka matta paratanam nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya vai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Now in the next 3-4 shlokas, 14 or 15 points, Bhagavan talks about how he is present like a thread in all the beads. Sutrige manigana iva. How? Some examples you give. Those examples you have to practice. And that you will do only when there is asakti or bhakti. Scientifically, if you go by, you will never understand. You have to go spiritual scientifically in that manner, if that is the case. First, I'll chant the shloka. I'll tell you the literal meaning. Then, what's the practice in that? आज हम 4 करेंगे, बाकी कल देखेंगे. One shloka enough today. So the shloka 8 is goes like this. First, Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ सप्तमोऽध्यायः. ज्ञान विज्ञान योगः. श्री भगवानुवाच. अष्टम श्लोकः. So it is hmm, रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषु रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषु. So I am there in the beads as the thread. That is a Moola principle. Practice of that is these things. Examples. All that is for what? That to discover that Lord who is one without second, above him, below him, equal to him, there is nobody. That Lord only has the two prakritis, para para. Apara is Ashtada, para is Jivabhuta, combining which the entire world is seen, is created, which we are seeing. लिजन 4-5 बार, तुम्हारा दिमाग शार्प है. Anyway, you are youngsters, you don't have that many worries. You will be able to grasp this subtle truth better than oldies who are वृद्धस्तावत चिंता सकता. If you are exposed to spirituality, you are the masters of all this knowledge. With this knowledge behind, never getting perturbed, disturbed by anybody, with full inspiration in trying to reach your outer goal, you will be commanding the whole world. Once that job of serving the world is over, already you have the spiritual knowledge, you can just scale the heights of spiritual meditations. Youngsters. But somehow, no, you're not interested in it. You think it's not required for life. And you're busy in your all indulgences, such a vital energies and time. You keep on wasting all those nonsenses. And if somebody want to say like us, who are you to tell us? हमारे बाप ने भी नहीं बताया हमको. आप कौन होते बताने वाले? You may not say like that, but the mere fact that you don't listen, it means that is the youth disease. Like playing is children disease, being in chinta is old age disease. The youth disease is not listening to anyone. We know everything, or what we know is correct. Nobody dare tell me. Or we want to only do these things. They are not for us when we become old. These are all notions. If you can somehow, by your effort, God's grace, throw away all that, right from only you listen to Geetha Upanishads, develop that vision in your heart, keep it in background. May in the present for those 30 years from 20 to 50, 55, you involve in the world in contributing, achieving, and saving, securing yourself and all. Later on, use this knowledge for the higher. You are living your life pakka. The absolutely extreme nonsense is what? Childhood wasted in games, youth wasted in all the ladka ladki uselessness, naukri has not come, even if it come properly not worked, earned money also wasted in all things, nothing saved, and in the old age with nobody to love you, care you, living a frustrated life, getting addicted to all nonsense, and dying worse than a kutta on the road. Another extreme. Do you choose? You are the youngsters now to choose and seize the opportunity and reach out what you want. हमारा तो हो गया, हम बुढ़े हो गए. थोड़ा सेंसिटिव बनो कभी कभी, तभी जाकर सेंसिबल बनते हैं, तभी लाइफ को सेंस आता है. Then it will spread the incense, the fragrance of your life around. Clear? So the practice, beautiful 4 examples. Bhagavan says, Hey Kaunteya, Kunti Putra, my Bua ke beta, my dearest cousin, Rasaha Aham Apsu, Prabha Aham Asmi Sheshi Surya Yoho, Pranavaha Sarva Vedeshu, Shabda Ke Paurusham Rushu. 5 examples are given. Like Rasaha Aham Apsu Kaunteya. Lord, he says, I am the taste in the water. Taste here means the tasting ability in the water. Remember, if the water is not there as an element, you could have never tasted anything. That is why anything you put on your tongue, first of all, taste is not tasted by putting the sweet on your head or in your ears or the nose or the eyes or left hand or right hand or tummy or navel or leg. यहाँ कोई मिठाई लगाने से आपको टेस्ट नहीं होता. टेस्ट कहाँ होता है? When you put it on the tongue only. But on the tongue, when it is very dry, put a object, will you able to taste it? Never. When the tongue object is kept there or a thought of keeping it there, From the tongue, by God's grace, that water, this saliva leaks करके, even though it is coming to you. That saliva, when it touches the object, then only the taste comes. The taste buds in the tongue get activated because of saliva. Then only you will know ये मीठा है कि खट्टा है कि नमकीन है, sour है, क्या है. So therefore, the taste ability is coming to us because of the rasa tanmatra in the water. And if that rasa tanmatra is not there, neither water will exist nor can we have any taste. Therefore, the existence of the water, existence of the taste, depending on what? The rasa. And that is me. Practice is given to you. You keep on doing it. This is called as upasana. This is called as abhyasa. So far, we never knew this point. Now it is taught to us. That without Bhagavan as a rasa tanmatra, neither water can stay nor we can taste. Now what is happening? We are lost in the taste of the objects. That is bhoga, that is samsara. That also I like this, I like that. Hey, like an animal only. But now go back. You taste the things, you enjoy without covetousness or greed. But at the same time, focus your mind on first what? The object I am tasting. The taste is coming because of the water. In the water, there is rasa tanmatra. Because Bhagavan said, Rasaha aham apsu in the water. Up means water. Apsu means in the water. Aham means me. Rasaha, I am the tasting ability. So do the upasana. So whenever you are eating anything, tasting anything, if your can mind go to the rasatan matra and do the upasana that Bhagavan is there in this form, you are able to see the Lord. The more practice you do, the Lord becomes to you as a rasatan matra. Finally, as Paramatma, you will discover him as your own self inside your heart. But much before reaching to that, Bhagavan is giving some tips for us to practice what? The acceptance of presence of Him in this world. Some 15 examples are given. These are all practices. This will train us to recognize Bhagavan's presence as essence in everything. The essence for the taste is water yaar. The essence for the water is रस तन्मात्रा. The रस तन्मात्रा के रूप में भगवान ही है. And being so, he is maintaining the water to stay in its position. He is coming as saliva in our mouth. He is able to give us the taste. So here taste की बात हम ऐड कर रहे हैं. भगवान तो रसः हम अपसु. I am the rasa tanmatra in the water, he is saying. We are adding because of the water and the rasa tanmatra in us in the form of saliva that we are able to taste the objects of the world. ये हम ऐड किया. गीता में नहीं है वो. Bhagavan says, I am the rasa tanmatra in the jala. And without rasa tanmatra, the very subtle element, water can never exist. Without the water, saliva can't be. Without that, taste buds can't work. You will never taste. Therefore, सीधा देखो तो टंग में ऑब्जेक्ट लगाया हमको मजा आया. That is any non-educated, non-Gita knowing fellow can say. But after studying Gita, we have to think little subtler. Without the pani, there is no taste. Without the rasatan matra, there is no pani. And Bhagavan himself is appearing in the form of rasatan matra. Keep doing the upasana. Like a fellow you met, he helped you, you liked him. You went on making practice. That he is my friend, my friend. करते करते वो फ्रेंड बन गया कि नहीं. इतना जिगरी फ्रेंड हो गया. It is only abhyasa you have done. And this friend can leave you and go one day, can cheat you also. Or you also can leave and go. But in case of this practice, that the Rasatanmatra is Bhagavan, it is not imagination. It's the truth that the Lord is present as Rasatanmatra in water, because of which alone his water is there, because of which alone the tongue is working, because of which alone we are able to taste. So the essence of water is Rasatanmatra. In that form, Bhagavan alone is there. That rasa tanmatra itself you cannot see. How can you see the God? But you can do the upasana. Why? On the strength of faith. Why? Bhagavan himself said in Geetha. That's why if you don't have asakti in Bhagavan, the first line, Maya asakta manaha partha. Like if you don't have asakti or attachment or love to me, why will you listen to me? And whomever you are listening, whether your friend or parents, why? Because you have devotion for them. दैट्स व्हाई भगवान सेड कि मेरे ऊपर प्यार है तभी मेरी बात मानोगे तुम। देन जो मैं कहता हूँ करोगे, तभी जाकर मैंने जो प्रॉमिस किया वो तुमको मिलेगा। I thought told you jnanam vijnanam. Jnanam I gave you, you heard. Matta parataram nanyat is a jnanam. Now vijnanam I am telling you, I am the rasaha in water. Now उसका प्रैक्टिस आपको करना है। करना है तो आपको तो पहले आसक्ति होना है, योगम होना है, मदाश्रय होना चाहिए। Asakti means Lord ke prati devotion. Yoga means the controlled mind always focusing on that aspect. Wherever the water you see, you should see the water but understand it as Tanmatra Rasa. Then through the Tanmatra you understand God. Because God said here, it's a faith. So third one is Mada Ashraya. What is Ashraya? When this is done, practice for a long time, our drushti or ability to see the substratum of everything and to visualize it as Bhagavan, that grows. To that extent, the value given to the things as if they are good or real important, they go away. That gives inner subtlety. With that subtlety on the seat of meditation, we can really go beyond all our Dehendriya Upadhi. There, Brahma we can catch. All this will happen. So this is how spirituality, philosophy, Vedanta guides us from what you see to what is exactly there. We see the object, we see the tongue, we taste it, we say, मजा आया और एक पानी पूरी दो. Our job is this. है ना? और एक पानी पूरी दो. Anybody comes to India, पानी पूरी खाता है. The other day, the UK Prime Minister, ना, somebody, some other country, France, वो यहाँ का वो खा के गया. Yesterday, that, who is that? Some head of this technology wala. He came and had pani puri with Pradhan Mantri. Those who are interested in pani puri, they are bhogi samsari. But taste is coming on the tongue. Tongue has taste buds, but they get activated only when the saliva is there. Saliva is water. Therefore, water has that rasa tanmatra in it. That is the presence of God in the water. Is it not? Now remember few things. Like a paint is made, a beautiful canvas. आप अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हो वहाँ. तो चार लोग आ गए. हमने पूछा कौन है? जैसे कि हम है उस पेंटिंग में. हम कैसे हैं हम? अरे I was the one who made outline. I was the one who gave these final touches. I was the one who has colored it. You understand? But do you see them there? But can the paint be there without them? Do you become subtle or not to recognize the presence of that person there, not physical, but his action you see there? In the same way, as Rasa Tanmatra, Bhagavan alone is there. Why don't we recognize these subtle things? Because for us, somebody is there means physically they should be touched by our eyes, ears, nose, and tongue. Then only we believe they are there. This way, limited way, we are misguided or trained. Is it not? We have to rise above this limited way of seeing things. Like example, your great great grandfather. Do you see him now? No. So do you mean to say that because I don't see him, he never existed? There's some logic follows. You are existing, yeah. That means your father was there or is there. Without father, you are not born. So your father is there because of his father, and he is there because of his father. Therefore, the great grandfather, though you don't see me, must be there. Because without him, the great grander cannot be, without him, grand cannot be, without him, the father cannot be, without him, you can't. Is it not? Like space. Do you see the space? Space is not an object of eye to be seen. But all these objects are hanging somewhere. It is an intellectual concept. That in which all objects are hanging, that's called as space. So the understanding of space is not like the understanding of something seen by the eye. That is blue color, yellow color, red color. How do you understand the mathematics formulae in your college? You don't understand them by looking at it. It's all your in mind intellect. A plus b whole square is equal to a square, b square is 2ab. So using that formula, when 3 plus 9 whole square is asked, you just do that. It's all in the mind. Subtle. I'm trying to explain to you what is the meaning of seeing the things subtly. Sometime when somebody talks, From that language, don't you estimate his intention? Like you went to somebody's house. He opened the door but did not say welcome. And don't you understand कि इसको मेरा आना इष्ट नहीं है? Did he say that कि I don't like you to come? But didn't you understand in your mind seeing the outer gestures? The other place, fully open door with a joy. Whether he says or not welcome, you know they are welcoming you. Here also, don't stick to this point कि आंखों से दिखता है, नाक से सूंघना, कान से सुनना, then only the object is accepted. ऐसा नहीं होता. There is a subtle way of understanding the presence of things. Especially to understand the presence of Bhagwan, we have a very subtle intuitive intellect, which will come slowly when you pray to the Lord like this, when you attend the Gita like this. As your intellect grows to a very subtle level, it comes. So I am telling all this to say that without Bhagwan, there is no Rasa Tanmatra. Without Rasa Tanmatra, there is no Jala. Without Jala, there is no tongue taste in this world. Therefore, if you want to see God every day, throughout the day, whenever you are eating something, tasting something, as a Rasatan Matra, God alone is there. Like in Rama Avatara, he came as Rama. Okay, in Treta Yuga. In Dwapara, he came as Krishna. You understood, no? In Kali, he will come as the Kalki Avatara. In Krita Treta, Krita Yuga, he came in so many avatars. Bhagwan came. In general, in the entire world, Bhagwan is there in the Rasa Avatara. You understood? You have to believe in it. You have to practice. Finally, neither Rama nor Krishna also are the ultimate Bhagwan. Ultimate Bhagwan तो हमारे अंदर जो परमात्मा है वही है. The same Paramatma is here like me. They are like that. There as Rama Krishna, and he has done a bigger work as an avatar. I can't do that much. So to the Rama Krishna cannot be without the Parabrahma in them. Our aim should be that Paramatma. He alone is there as the rasa in the water. That is the meaning of doing practice of rasaha aham apsuhe kaunteya. So the all waters are the beads and the rasatanmatra is the thread. The Lord is the rasatanmatra. As the rasatanmatra thread, the beads of waters everywhere, Bhagavan is supporting. So to Prabhasmi Sheshi Surya Yoho. I am the Kanti in Chandra and Surya. Can you imagine a dark sun or moon? You can't. It is only picture. It is an imagination only. It is not real. No, generally we think भगवान सूर्य में कांति है, चंद्रमा में कांति है. It is उल्टा. Actually कांति में भगवान सूर्य है, कांति में भगवान चंद्र है. That कांति is Paramatma. So Paramatma appearing as Kanti. And that Kanti at one place is called Surya, another place as Chandra. Therefore, whenever you see Surya and Chandra, from them you see the light. And that light ke roop mein Bhagwan only is there. Doing his job of sending the sun rays to all of us through that, the heat and light, so that the whole globe or the living beings should sustain. That is what is purpose. So, for the one who doesn't want to see God, even in God comes in any dress, he will say, Kis not a company se aa rahe ho." But the one who got the vision of Gita, which is developed after long, long listenings, not one day, then anything he sees only God. लाइक एक बार हमने सिखाया कि पानी में रस रूप में भगवान है. अभी कल से गंगा जी के पुष्कर स्टार्ट हुए, तो एवरी मूव वाटर इज भगवान ओनली इन दैट फॉर्म. सो टू वी लर्न टुडे कि द प्रभा इन चंद्र एंड सूर्य इज भगवान. नो, इफ यू ट्रेन योर सेल्फ लाइक यू ट्रेन्ड कि द सूर्य है, चंद्र है, दे आर ओनली प्लैनेट्स. That the scientist said he are only a source of some light heat, and you believed it and you called him as Surya Chandra and it's only planet. Have you gone and seen or what? You only believed someone. No, believe Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says in that the Prabha ke roop mein Bhagwan hi hai. No, I'll explain to you once for all throughout life. Is sun existing? Yeah. Is sunlight existing? Yeah. Is moon existing? Yeah. Is moonlight existing? Yeah. That existence is Bhagwan. As existence, he is there in every existing thing. That existence called Sat in Vedanta is called Paramatma. And conscious it has to be, because existence has to be certified by the consciousness. Therefore, that consciousness is Paramatma. And because the world is infinite, everywhere supporting that world, the existence consciousness should be there. Therefore, the existing consciousness is infinite. Therefore, Satyam Jnanam Anantam or Sat Chit Ananta. That is the main Bhagavan. Of him only the forms of Rama, Krishna, etc. for different purposes. Again, which is a big subject. All those details at this level you need not know. But you must know this key. Bhagavan is giving us the trainings for us to do practice to visualize him in these three. All is vision. The vision of seeing the world in God is called as ignorant vision. The vision of seeing God in the world is the wise wisdom. That is the wisdom vision. So we have the ignorant vision, therefore we are not seeing God, seeing only the world. Now have the wisdom vision, then you start seeing God everywhere. And that's what Upasana. In the Lord, everybody sees stone, but that Bhakta seeing the Lord in the stone. For him, the Lord is revealed, but दूसरे को दिखता ही नहीं because he did not do the practice. Upasana. That's why when you buy a गणपति in a shop, 200 रुपए, what 200 100 में दे दो. Somehow 80 100 200 120 में ले आए. That Ganapati in puja room 1 year you worship. Then that is a stone, let us say. Somebody says, Arey stone motu bahut badhiya hai. You will shout at him, don't talk like this, Swamiji. He is my Ganapati. He is my Lord. I do puja to everyone, to him every day. So in 1 year you have done the upasana. So for you, Ganapati is seen there. For me, not. Because I have not done the upasana. In my puja room, to my Ganapati, I have done it. So this is the practice. And the practice becomes intensifies. From that stone, really Ganapati will come. Because Ganapati is a God who is everywhere. He has to come, but you have to become intensified in your Shraddha so much. That's what Prahlada did. Everywhere God is there, is full in Shraddha. Now Hiranyakashipu said, "Ye khambe mein hai kya?" He said, "Why not?" Bhagwan came. Nrsimha in this way. So two things we learned today. I am the rasa in water. I am the light in moon and sun. Then Pranava Sarvedeshu, Shabdake, Paurusham Rushu, and Punyoganda Prithiviyamja, Tejashasmi Vasav, Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu, Tapashasmi Tapasvishu, all these things we'll see tomorrow. They're all not to be heard and understood only. After understanding, they have to be practiced. Practice to such an extent where everybody is seeing water, you are seeing God there, because water cannot exist without rasa. Rasa is Bhagwan. Why? Geetha mein Bhagwan ne kaha, and I have asakti and shraddha in Bhagwan, therefore whatever he says is right to me. When this way you train, for the wrong notion that there is no God goes away. Then the non-acceptance becomes acceptance. What is that? The God can be in the form of the rasa as well as prabha. Later on, the rasa and prabha goes away from your vision. You will see the God as your own self. That will be the next and final step. But you have to do in between step of rejecting the aspect that the world is real and accepting the fact that the God is there in the form of the world. So, what is the substratum of water is rasam. What is rasam? Bhagwan. Therefore, as a substratum of water called as rasa, Bhagwan is there. As a substratum of sun and moon like Kanti, Prabha, Bhagwan is there. Do this training as much as. That's why we are told every tree is God, every pad is God, every river is God. Because finally we have to realize God. This is how Gita, the great Shastra, slowly guide us. You are only beginners now. Give sufficient time, all these subtleties comes to you. Thank you. Om Rasoham Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Rasoham Apsu Kaunteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayoh Pranavah Sarva Vedeshu Shabdah Ke Paurusham Rusho Gita Shloka. Bhaja Govindam. बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः. Common sense thought. The fancying, fantasizing of the mind is mind's mischief. Drop all that. Live a realistic life. Know your level, know your ability capacity. Do that. With that, whatever comes, happy. Increase sometime your capacities, little higher goals you can have. That much is allowed. But looking at others or listening to all the things, don't make the mind habitual fancy maker. That never happens in life. जो रियल है वही होता है. अंडरस्टूड? इमेजिनेशन में नहीं जीना, रियलिटी में जीना है. Lot of farak is there between imagination and reality. Too many imagination, none of them are fulfilled, you become frustrated. You are frustrated not because something is not fulfilled. You are frustrated because you imagined that it will be done. अपना लेवल देखो. Very important thought for you. Don't come under the sway of this mind's mischiefs. The 4 5 we have seen, some 4 5 more we'll see. That's how in common sense. Thank you. God bless you all. You.